Attention seniors, the worst 3 nuts for your body and the best 3 for strength. Have you ever stopped to think that the very nuts you snack on every day, the ones you believe are boosting your health, might actually be doing the opposite? Imagine this. What looks like a heart-friendly, protein-packed, energy-giving snack could secretly be draining your strength, weakening your heart, and even robbing you of the mobility you value so much. For many seniors, the wrong choice of nuts can accelerate muscle loss, trigger harmful inflammation, and make it harder to stay strong, active, and independent. Before we start later in this video, I'll share something we've been working on behind the scenes called the Vital 50 Inner Circle. If staying healthy, active, and connected after 50 matters to you, you'll definitely want to hear about it. But first, let's get into today's topic. At this stage of life, every step counts more than ever. The difference between walking with steady confidence or relying on a cane, walker, or even a wheelchair may come down to something as small as the handful of nuts you reach for each day. That's right, your snack bowl may be silently shaping your future health, but don't worry. We're not here to scare you without offering real solutions. Today, we're uncovering the truth about nuts. Specifically, we'll reveal 3 nuts you should avoid immediately if you care about preserving your leg strength, protecting your heart, and keeping your body free from unnecessary pain and inflammation. These so-called healthy choices can actually sabotage your well-being, leaving you more vulnerable to weakness and fatigue. At the same time, not all nuts are harmful. In fact, some can be absolute game changers for seniors. That's why we'll also share 3 powerful, life-saving nuts that you should start adding to your daily routine right away. These nuts are rich in the exact nutrients your body needs to preserve muscle mass, reduce inflammation, and strengthen your heart. Think of them as small but mighty tools to help you walk stronger, stay independent, and continue enjoying the freedom to move without hesitation. This isn't just about food, it's about your future. It's about safeguarding your mobility, protecting your independence, and holding on to your dignity as you age. By making smart, informed choices today, you give yourself the best chance of staying strong, vibrant, and confident tomorrow. So stay with us as we uncover which nuts could be silently stealing your strength, and which ones could be the key to walking tall and living well after 60. Section 1. Let's begin with 3 nuts you should absolutely avoid. Starting with the most common culprit, peanuts, the silent demolisher of strength and vitality. Think about it. Peanuts are everywhere, on tables at family gatherings, hidden in energy bars, spread in sandwiches, or simply sitting in snack bowls. They're marketed as cheap, filling, and even heart-healthy. But here's the truth. Peanuts can quietly drain your energy, weaken your body, and speed up the very decline you're working so hard to fight as you age. On the surface, peanuts seem harmless, familiar, comforting, even nutritious. But beneath that friendly appearance lies a very real danger, especially for seniors. For one, peanuts aren't even true nuts. They're legumes which grow underground. Because of this, they're highly vulnerable to mold contamination. That mold produces toxins known as aflatoxins, which become harder for your body to filter out as you get older. What your system could once neutralize without issue may now lead to silent damage, accelerating cellular aging, raising your cancer risk, and even harming your liver. All of this chips away at your heart, your legs, and your immune defenses, often without you realizing it. And the risks don't stop there. Peanuts are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids, which disrupt your body's balance and fuel systemic inflammation. That's the slow, smoldering fire inside your body that stiffens arteries, wears down joints, and breaks down muscle fibers. For seniors, this inflammation makes walking more painful, climbing stairs harder, and keeping balance far more difficult, putting independence at risk. If you take blood thinners, the danger is even greater. Peanuts naturally contain vitamin K, which can interfere with your prescription, potentially leading to severe bleeding or dangerous clots. That's a risk no one should be forced to take. Even switching to peanut butter doesn't save you. Most commercial brands are filled with hydrogenated oils, added sugar, and excess salt. These ingredients worsen high blood pressure, accelerate vascular aging, and strain the heart. Each spoonful that seems like a healthy choice may, in fact, be quietly eroding your circulation, mental clarity, and long-term strength. The truth is, peanuts don't just affect one part of your body. They weaken your legs, put pressure on your heart, cloud your memory, and slowly shorten your lifespan. What seems like an innocent snack could lead to hospital visits, reduced independence, and lost time with loved ones. And peanuts are just the beginning. There's another nut, creamy, buttery, and loved by many, that may be silently weakening your bones and undermining your health. Want to know which one it is? Stay tuned. Number 2. Cashews, the robber of calcium. At first glance, cashews seem like the perfect snack. Rich, creamy, and oh so satisfying. They carry a reputation for being healthy, and for many seniors, they feel like a smart and even luxurious choice when trying to eat better. But behind that smooth, buttery flavor lies a hidden danger. A danger that can quietly erode the very foundation of your strength, your bones. As we age, bone loss becomes one of the greatest threats to independence. Strong bones aren't just important for avoiding fractures, they're essential for every single movement you make. Without them, even walking across the living room can become risky, while falls take longer to heal and can spiral into life-changing setbacks. Shockingly, cashews play a role in accelerating this silent decline. Here's why. Cashews are packed with oxalates, natural compounds that bind to calcium inside your digestive tract. Instead of nourishing your bones, that calcium gets trapped and flushed away. Over time, each handful of cashews chips away at your defenses, making wrists more fragile, hips less stable, and legs less reliable. And the danger doesn't stop with your bones. Cashews are unusually high in carbohydrates compared to other nuts, which means they can trigger sudden spikes in blood sugar. For seniors, many of whom already live with diabetes or prediabetes, these sharp rises damage tiny blood vessels in the legs and feet. The result? Weaker muscles, reduced sensation, slow healing wounds, and in the worst cases, amputations. What seems like harmless snacking could eventually cost you your mobility and independence. There's more. Those same oxalates that rob you of calcium can also crystallize inside your kidneys, forming painful stones. For seniors already facing dehydration or reduced kidney function, cashews can turn a manageable condition into a devastating health crisis. Even the texture of cashews carries risk. Their slick, smooth surface makes them a common choking hazard, especially for older adults with dry mouth or reduced chewing strength. A simple handful can quickly become dangerous. It's unsettling to think that one of the world's most popular nuts could quietly chip away at your strength and independence. But cashews aren't the only hidden threat. There's another nut, much smaller and seemingly harmless, that can interfere directly with your medications, throwing off the delicate balance your health depends on. Up next, we'll reveal that crucial danger. Number 3. Pine nuts, the disruptor of the brain and legs. At first glance, pine nuts seem elegant and harmless. Sprinkled on a salad, blended into pesto, or used as a garnish, they give food a touch of refinement and even appear to carry health benefits. But for seniors, these tiny, glossy seeds conceal dangers that can quietly erode two of your most precious assets, your mind and your mobility. The first threat is their ability to interfere with medications. Few people realize that compounds inside pine nuts can interact with nearly 60% of the most commonly prescribed drugs for seniors. This includes blood pressure medications, cholesterol-lowering statins, antidepressants, and even heart medicines. When these interactions occur, the results can be unpredictable and devastating. Imagine sudden blood clotting, dangerous arrhythmias, or blood pressure spiking without warning. These are life-altering risks, and yet pine nuts are rarely flagged by doctors as a hazard. Then comes a strange and deeply unsettling condition called pine mouth syndrome. Clinically linked to pine nut consumption, this disorder leaves everything you eat or drink tasting metallic, bitter, and unpleasant for days or even weeks. For younger people, it's an annoyance. But for seniors already at risk of malnutrition, the loss of appetite can be disastrous. Eating less leads to muscle weakness, lower energy, slower healing, more frequent falls, and in the worst cases, hospitalization. All from something as simple as a garnish. Another danger lies in their chemical structure. Pine nuts are rich in delicate polyunsaturated fats that oxidize quickly. Once oxidized, they release toxic byproducts inside the body. Over time, this contributes to brain fog, slower thinking, memory decline, stiffer joints, and worsening arthritis pain. It's like a hidden accelerant of aging, one you can't see, smell, or taste until the effects are already eroding your independence. And finally, there's the risk of choking. Their small, slick shape makes pine nuts especially dangerous for older adults with dry mouth, reduced saliva, or swallowing difficulties, all of which are unfortunately common after age 65. In the end, pine nuts pose a triple threat. They can disrupt your medications, diminish your appetite and strength, and accelerate the aging of your brain and joints. Despite their tiny size, their potential for harm is enormous. But here's the good news. Not all nuts are enemies. While some can quietly chip away at your health, others can become powerful allies in your fight to preserve strength, mobility, and mental clarity. And those are the nuts we'll reveal next. Are you ready to discover the very first miracle nut that can sharpen your memory, heal tired legs, and even shield your heart? Let's dive into it. Section 2. 3 nuts you must eat daily. The first is almonds, the ultimate protector of muscles and bones. At first glance, almonds may look like just a simple snack, but for seniors, they carry a powerful promise. The ability to keep walking with courage, dignity, and confidence in a world where every step becomes more precious as the years go by. For anyone over 60 who wants to preserve mobility, strengthen bones, and stay active at every stage of life, almonds are far more than food. They are nature's shield. You see, as we age, our bones naturally lose density. By our 60s and beyond, osteoporosis becomes a silent but ever-present threat. Fragile bones mean fragile independence. One fall can lead to a broken hip, months of recovery, or even life-threatening complications. But every handful of almonds fights back. They are packed with calcium and magnesium, a natural powerhouse duo that fortifies skeletal strength. Calcium strengthens the bones, while magnesium ensures that calcium is absorbed and directed to the right places, instead of building up in arteries where it can cause harm. And the benefits don't stop at bones. Almonds also nourish your muscles. With their healthy fats and high-quality plant protein, they give seniors the essential building blocks to preserve muscle mass, the strength that lets you climb stairs, lift your grandchildren, and live with independence. Their fiber content keeps digestion smooth, easing constipation and bloating that often sap energy. Almonds are also allies of the heart. Their monounsaturated fats help lower LDL cholesterol, reducing artery stiffness and strain on the heart. Each almond acts like a tiny shield, lowering the risk of heart attack, stroke, and the gradual decline of cardiovascular health. And hidden beneath their thin brown skin lies a wealth of antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, protecting brain cells from age-related decline. These compounds help preserve memory, mood, and reaction time, keeping your mind as sharp as your body. In every way, almonds are loyal allies, protecting bones, fueling muscles, strengthening the heart, and safeguarding the brain. They remind us that growing older doesn't mean losing strength or joy. By simply reaching for a handful each day, you reclaim vitality, one choice at a time. And almonds are only the beginning. Up next, we'll uncover the next surprising powerhouse nut, one that doesn't just strengthen your body but actively repairs the circuits in your brain, helping you think faster and remember more clearly. Let's move on to point number 2. Walnuts, the preserver of movement and cognition. Take a moment to look at a walnut. Its complex folded surface looks remarkably similar to the human brain. It's as if nature itself left us a clue, quietly suggesting that this food was designed to protect our most important organ. For seniors seeking independence, steady movement, and a sharp memory, walnuts are more than a snack. They are essential. As we age, subtle changes creep in. Slower recall, moments of confusion, hesitation when moving, or difficulty staying balanced. Each of these small shifts carries big risks, slips, falls, and even the frightening loss of identity when memory begins to fade. But walnuts offer a powerful defense against this gradual decline. At the heart of their power is alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. ALA helps maintain the flexibility of brain cell membranes, keeping your cognitive foundation strong and resilient. This isn't a passive nutrient. It actively incorporates into brain cells, fortifying the very structures that allow you to think, learn, and remember. Walnuts also contain polyphenols, unique antioxidants that can cross the blood-brain barrier, a protective wall that keeps most compounds out. Once inside, these antioxidants fight inflammation and oxidative damage, two major drivers of dementia and cognitive decline. Eating walnuts regularly is like giving your brain its own protective armor, helping you resist memory loss, confusion, and the disconnection that robs so many seniors of precious years. But the benefits of walnuts don't stop with the mind. They're also powerful allies for your mobility and balance. Thanks to their amino acid content, particularly arginine, walnuts promote better blood flow. This means your muscles receive more oxygen and nutrients, resulting in quicker reaction times, steadier walking, and fewer falls. All crucial for maintaining independence after 60. Walnuts even support better sleep. They naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that regulates circadian rhythms. Just a handful in the evening can help your body relax into deeper, more restorative rest, leaving you sharper, more energized, and more balanced the next day. By choosing walnuts, you're doing more than protecting memory or movement. You're safeguarding the very essence of a connected, vibrant life. It's a simple daily choice with lasting impact. And while walnuts strengthen the brain and body, there's another nut, bright in color and light in spirit, that holds its own surprising power, especially for protecting your heart and vision. Are you ready to meet this next unexpected winner? Number 3, pistachios, the beating heart of mobility. With their vivid green centers and delicate purple shells, pistachios may look playful and inviting. But beneath their colorful appearance lies a powerful secret, one that many seniors don't realize. These small nuts carry the key to a stronger heart, clearer vision, and the freedom of mobility that so many of us take for granted. Pistachios are far more than a tasty snack. They are steadfast allies in the fight to preserve vitality, independence, and confidence as we age. At the core of their benefits is the heart. Every heartbeat, every steady step you take, depends on maintaining balanced blood pressure. Yet as the years pass, hypertension quietly creeps in, stiffening arteries, draining energy, and weakening the legs. Here's where pistachios shine. They are loaded with potassium, nature's perfect weapon against high blood pressure. Each handful helps counteract the effects of sodium, gradually restoring balance and easing pressure on the cardiovascular system. Unlike processed foods that masquerade as healthy while hiding excess salt, pistachios naturally support circulation, keeping blood flowing freely to muscles, organs, and the brain. But their benefits extend beyond the heart. Pistachios are also protectors of vision. Rich in carotenoids like lutein and zeaxanthin, they defend the eye's macula against age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of blindness in seniors. Clearer vision means greater independence, avoiding falls, navigating safely, and continuing to live life on your own terms. Their advantages aren't only internal. The simple act of eating pistachios carries unique physical benefits. Their satisfying crunch encourages mindful chewing, which strengthens oral muscles and prevents mindless overeating that can lead to extra weight and added stress on the joints. The small ritual of cracking open each shell also engages fine motor skills, subtly sharpening hand-eye coordination and helping to preserve dexterity. And then there's the emotional lift. Their vibrant colors, cheerful appearance, and naturally sweet flavor bring joy to eating, reminding us that caring for our health doesn't have to feel like a chore. Instead, it can be a celebration of what our bodies can still protect, preserve, and enjoy. Pistachios are not just food. They are a bright spark against the gradual fading of age, a heartbeat you can taste and a steady step you can feel with every handful. The ability to make decisions, safeguard your health, and even extend your life. This is a power you still hold. Every choice you make today shapes your strength for tomorrow. And while choosing which nuts to eat may seem like a small decision for seniors, it can carry profound and lasting effects. The nuts you select may be the hidden fuel that strengthens your heart, sharpens your memory, and protects your muscles. Or they may be silent saboteurs, gradually draining your energy, stealing your independence, and throwing off your balance. Despite their popularity, peanuts, cashews, and pine nuts come with hidden risks that grow more concerning with age. These risks go far beyond a little stomach upset. They can slowly weaken mobility, dull mental clarity, harden arteries, harm the kidneys, and even interfere with medications. Every handful can chip away at the foundation of strength you've built throughout your life. But this isn't about fear. It's about knowledge, and the wise actions that knowledge allows you to take. Because while some nuts work against you, others serve as powerful protectors. Almonds, walnuts, and pistachios are nature's guardians. They safeguard bones, preserve mobility, nourish the heart, and support a sharper mind. Think of them as small but mighty allies, strengthening every day, steadying every step, and sharpening every thought. They remind us that vitality is not gone with age, but can be nurtured with intention. That growth is still possible. That resilience is very real. And that choice is in your hands. It's never too late. You can shield your bones from fracture, keep your heart beating strong, steady your legs, and protect your memory. You can remain strong enough to laugh, to dance, and to walk with confidence. The path forward is clear. Step away from foods that quietly harm you and embrace the natural gifts that keep you strong. Let each bite become an act of self-care, self-respect, and hope for the many years ahead. Because you deserve a life that is vibrant, steady, and full of joy, not by chance but by your own wise decisions. That is the purpose of these lessons, to help you live fully, live strongly, and live authentically. So, if you found today's tips helpful, and you're someone who wants a bit more support, not just videos like this, but real guidance, motivation, and a place to connect, then I'd love to invite you to check out something we've built called the Vital 50 Inner Circle. It's a private community for folks over 50 where we share easy workout routines, healthy, simple recipes, wellness tips, weekly inspiration, live calls with a personal trainer, and a place to connect with others on the same path. It's not for everyone, but if you're ready to take your health seriously and want to feel your best in this next chapter, tap the link below to see what it's all about. Hope to see you in there.